It's starting. Okay, we should be on air now.
Woohoo! We got it working.
It only took
We
us an
did
hour.
it anyway.
We only need 1 hour to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will start the. So this is Victor Case. I'm starting the PMP league on air. Hangout. I think I had big issues with try to connect this online on air. So sorry for the delay. And if you can see this video, I hope you can see this in the future in YouTube. I will put the link also in the PMP link. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'm Kai. I'm sitting here making up some Giselles for my Skaven army, and happy to be here. Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus here, Sweden representative, and I'm doing some Putrid Blight Kings in this Paintisode. No video yet, but maybe in a few weeks. Christmas and all.
Can't wait to see your face, Marcus.
Yeah,
I've got all these illusions of what you look like.
Yeah, it's not a beauty site, but better than nothing.
Kai, when did you start in fantasy? Because it looks like that you also started quite time ago.
Originally, I was about 13 years old, so we're looking at 17 years ago now. I took 10 years out. I've only started up again about 4 years ago. But well, no, it's not 10 years out. I took a few years out whilst I was young and finding out about alcohol and ladies. And then my kids came along and I decided I can't go out and find out more about alcohol and ladies, so I started up the hobby again. There's something to do in the evenings.
Well,
My missus would get very upset.
with kids, it's a challenge sometimes to have time for hobbies. It's
Well,
not.
they're good kids, but once they're in bed, man, I've got all the time in the world to myself. So
It's
that helps.
once they are in bed, then I almost paint every day, but I need them to be in bed to be able to do it.
Same.
What armies are you playing?
I play Skaven mainly at the moment. I used to play Dogs of War, but when I came back to the hobby, I found out they're no longer supported, so I had to find something new. Idle Blood was out. My missus was interested in High Elves, so I got the Skaven out and been going ever since. Love them. They got the right mixture of crazy random, but they've also got the very reliable, leadership 10 reliable. No, I enjoy the army and I enjoy the fluff. Just rolling with it now. What about you? You're playing Brett, so you've also got a Dogs of War. I know that.
Well, indeed, I started doing Skaven in I think was about 5th edition, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a very well. I started playing the rules of Skaven with a lot of proxy miniatures. When I started in the hobby, when I started when I was 17, 18, and I was playing with a lot of proxies in 40k and in fantasy at the beginning. But the Skaven was a big challenge at the beginning. You was only the Grazier trying to kill everybody and keep the troops out of the combat to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't do well once they get into combat. Hang back and let the toys do the work.
And
Bloody
yes,
dangerous toys.
What about you, Marcus? What armies have you got?
I got some undead, both Tomb Kings and Vampire. I had a little start the Lizard Men, but I gave them up, and now I got some Warriors of Chaos and some Demons joining them.
Going for a nice Chaos Legions army list then.
Yeah, basically most Warriors and some Nurgle aspect, like some Plague Bears and just some Beast of Nurgles. Nothing fancy, more a bit of a fluff approach Nothing like the dual demon princes and all that yes, but going for the slight Nurgle approach.
Keeping it nice and friendly.
Yeah, because I'm more of the casual player, so I'm not gonna shove everything down your throat. Just a little. Just a tip. Yep.
Oh yeah, you went there. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry for that one. If it's inappropriate for some viewers, I'm sorry, but that's my sense of humor. And going on.
Look at it. Europe, it's past the watershed. You say whatever you like.
Yeah. This on this side of a pond, how we do it. Yeah. And yeah. So,
Oh, we have a new person joining.
Yes, casually. I don't know if casually is going to be on video or speaking to us.
How's everyone doing today?
well, hello. I'm doing fine.
Casual.
So, what are we discussing today?
Well, we were introducing ourselves at this moment because I had issues to connect this to online. Yeah, we were talking about the armies we play.
Oh, really? That's interesting. So, what does everyone play, real quick?
Skaven.
Wars of Chaos, Legions.
Yeah, I play normally Skaven and Bretonnia. Although I'm more 40k player, I have to admit.
How about you, casually? Who are you? What do you play?
Let's see. For fantasy, I play ogres and lizardmen, and vampire counts. And then for 40k, I play Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Demons, Chaos Trader Guards, Space Marine, 30k, and Tyranids.
Just a small list then.
Well, 40k is my first love. I have like 8,000 points of Chaos Space Marines alone.
Right. Cool.
They all need painting, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, so where are you from, casually?
The States. How about you guys?
Sweden here.
England.
Yeah, I'm Spanish but living in Belgium.
Okay. One sec.
So you play more 40k or more fantasy normally?
Well, let's see. For the last 5 years, I've been a competitive 40k player. Which is strange because I started with fantasy. Then I was like, oh my god, they're sci-fi. I'm going to go play sci-fi. So then I started playing sci-fi. Well, 40k basically. Then I jumped to 30k. And now I went back to fantasy. Which, it's always nice, but it seems like every game I join, it's like the sky is falling syndrome nonstop.
How come?
Well, with 40k, you have the DLC rush with everything going online, and there always being like a new supplement.
Yeah.
And now fantasy is finally getting attention. Now it's the end times.
That approach, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. In fantasy, I have the feeling that in the past they used to have Realm of Chaos, where all the chaos was together, and they used to have also just one undead army. Then they split in Vampire Cones and the Tombs of Kings, and Chaos was split in the 3 books. And now with End of Time, seems that they are grouping back everything.
Well, I wouldn't mind if we got like a new army, like bring back Halfling, bring back something. If you're gonna make smaller armies, which I'm assuming this is gonna be permanent, give us a new army.
I would love that they bring back Dogs of War. I have about 3,000 points of that.
Hell yeah.
Like, bring back Chaos Dwarves. People love them for some odd reason.
No, thank you.
I'm not a fan of them either.
Well, it's a Forge World book. Of course they're going to be overpowered.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was streamlined, it could be more balanced.
Tamurakan as well.
No,
One sec.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying he will be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, my problem with Chaos of Dolph Whales or Chaos of is the I have still the vision of the Chaos Dwarf from 10 years ago, 15 years ago with these horrible hats that I never can stand.
The big, pointy, yeah, looks ridiculous.
Usually, Portugal did better work than that, but the old-fashioned, the old style of the Chaos Dwarf was pretty, for me, was pretty bad.
Hilariously weird.
Yeah. Since I'm a new player, I've just been into the hobby for 2.5 years basically. And when I look back into those 90s and 80s models, I'm getting a stomach ache. I've gotten spoiled with these new sculpts and models, so I'm having a hard time looking back when someone is nostalgic and bringing something what they think is really wonderful, like the old Nagash model. And I'm going like, that's pretty disgusting, dude.
Don't get me started on that model. I have a love-hate relationship with the old one. Guess what happened?
Well, I hope you didn't burn it like some other guy did.
Well, it was metal, so you really can't burn that one.
Okay, melt it then.
But, so I'm getting back in the hobby for tournament play.
Yeah.
So I faced this one guy who was using the new Nagash rules, but he had the old Nagash on the base.
On the little tiny, like, 40.
No. He had the old Nagash on a big base.
Oh!
Wow!
Well, that's just upright cheating.
So you
And
have
it's legal. It's legal.
more base than that.
And then he had Cryptors right in front of it.
Well, if I were the tournament organizer, I would call him out on it. That's just wrong on so many levels.
It was a friendly game. I haven't been to tournaments yet with Fantasy. I'm still learning.
Oh, I thought you said tournament play.
No, sorry. Also, remember, I just woke up, so.
What time is it in the States, where you are?
It's 6 o'clock. But since I have finals next week for university, I just was like, I need a nap, I need a break.
Ah, woke up that way. I get you.
Oh. So, did you guys hear the rumors for the next End Times book?
Nope, I've been painting.
Apparently it's supposed to be Skaven versus Lizardmen.
Woo!
Oh, damn it.
It's not a book.
So we're gonna have Skaven with that one special character, Seer, with the bone breaker that he always dies.
Tranquil.
Yeah, that guy. He starts with T. And then we're supposed to get like different versions of their demon prince, known as Vermin Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lizardmen are supposed to get like a bunch of Sotek dedicated units.
Oh,
And we're supposed to get like a cult, basically a feathered boa mount for the skink priest.
okay, I jumped Lizardman and jumped onto the Words of Chaos bandwagon. So do I need to jump back now? I'm getting super pissed off at the moment.
Well, this is my advice. Lizardman was my first army. Go
Well,
with
I
what you
won't
love.
join, but anyway.
Go with what you love and stick with what you love. It will eventually get updated unless you're Batonia or Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, I get you.
But I hope they make better sculpt of the Vermin Lord because the one we have today is pretty old.
Pretty old.
That's what Marcus was saying about the old
I
80s,
think
90s.
it's as old as the older guys.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. No, but I had some lizardmen going for the Zotac aspect, and if Zotac is getting some models, that would probably hit my wallet just for the collector's part.
Yeah, I might just redo the army. It was my first army, so the course is painted terribly.
Yeah,
Blue.
looking back.
Yeah, I keep some of my first paint jobs just to remind me where I start.
Yeah, I keep mine as well.
Behind me.
I take
Dragon.
pictures. That way I can just reuse the models.
Well, I have also some models that I cannot use anymore. I have the old demons, you know, the demons that are smaller than some crypt horrors.
Hmm I'll break this on point. What to paint?
So talking about the new models or the way that Game Workshop is doing the models, for me there is no comparison between the models of that they're doing today and the ones from the 80s and 90s. Because if you most of me the models that are from the 80s and 90s I don't like unless I have some like yeah I have this one of these also. So
Aww, how cute is he?
Full models.
No.
yeah, you remember when all the regiments have always the same model in the same position?
Yep, and you had 20 models all lined up, and there was always diagonally on the base, even though the units were marching forward. It never made any sense to me.
Well, the old squigs, they had character. I'll give them that much. Let's see. I'll do that later.
Yeah. About the models, do you have any favorite model?
That's a hard question.
Are we talking recent or old or
From your armies?
from my army? I loved painting up my Screaming Bell. That was a lot of fun.
Let's see.
Doing it all sub-assembly and putting it together, and watching it come together was amazing. The helping combination, on the other hand, was a pain in the arse.
The help it.
Yeah. Oh, so much flesh. Just so many different flesh tones all over it. It just took forever. Just trying to blend them all in, make, light and dark and shade and top and bottom. Oh, never again. Once enough.
In my case, was one of the armies that one of the methods that I love to paint. I know that I lost a lot of. You spend a lot of time doing all the flesh.
Well, for me, it has to be the old metal connoisseur. That's what got me into the game. I hate the new plastic one. I don't know why.
Looking at the chat, Murphy's loved the Gracia from the Screaming Bell, and it also mentioned that Wurzag is maybe it's a rumor about him joining some book in the long run.
Well, as far as I know, the orcs and goblins haven't done anything. Ogres haven't done anything. Lizardmen are trying to leave the planet, basically.
Yeah, with a mothership.
Yeah. And then Skaven just been Skaven. I just hope we get a fell blade to Nagasa's head eventually.
Have you read the Nagash book?
Well, hello, Nick.
Hello.
That's up close and personal, don't you think?
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
It could be worse.
Did you guys figure out whatever you're working on?
Yeah, it took us a while, but we got there.
Just an hour.
Alright, so you guys are live then.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, you
Good.
too.
Yeah, we
Alright,
managed
I
after
just
1
wanted
hour.
to pop in to make sure you guys got help because Dylan told me you guys were running into some issues, so.
Yeah, some box was left unchecked, basically.
Yeah, silly interwebs.
Yeah. How are you doing? You don't look so fine. Or is it just
Oh no,
tired?
I'm good. I'm just in the middle of a couple things, so I'm all flustered.
Ah, sorry to hear that.
That's alright. Well, listen, next time, shoot me a message and then I'll try to get in with you guys. If I'm allowed to. I know I'm not a European, but.
Always
Either.
welcome, Nick.
Going to prom. This.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna jet.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Yep.
So, what do you guys think about the new cane magic? Everyone seems to be talking about it nonstop.
I don't want to make too many opinions. Everyone else has put theirs out there. I had a battle against the host of the Eternity King last night, but talking with my buddy who was playing with, looking at the rules, they're so ridiculous at the moment, they're so unclear. We decided just to skip them out for this one game so we could get used to the list and how it plays, rather than changing everything, Magic and the list at the same time. It was just too complicated for one quick friendly game. Personally think this, I mean, I'm not a tournament player myself, but no tournaments, whilst 8 exists, no tournament is going to accept the cane rules because they're an optional rule. I don't understand why some people are getting so very upset about it, because it is an option and you don't have to take the option.
True. We're just worried that Knife Edition is going to be like this.
I don't see it. I can see them changing things up. I don't see it being this ridiculous though. It's another Storm of Magic. Going back to what you were saying earlier about the Skaven books being Skaven versus Lizardman, that's an old source book. That's the last Lustria campaign book.
I have it right here. It's a good book.
It's a very good book. The Kane book, it just the Kane Magic just seems like Storm of Magic revisited. They're just reusing things, seeing what sticks at the moment. I'm not too worried. As I say, it stays in the book. This is optional if both players agree. If both players don't agree, don't use them. Just stick with the normal Magic rules.
Yeah.
I agree. Simply speaking, let's just wait till Knife hits.
Yeah. And also, I don't think Games Workshop doesn't listen to the players. Giving this a try in this cane book, like 4d6 magic, and you can, as long as you doesn't fail to cast a spell, you can, and all that nonsense. Just trying out that we are the playtesters, and if it's a bad response, they're gonna hear it. And well, we're not the majority of the players, since not the majority of players go online, but they get some responses anyway, and they probably just. Yeah, well, as you guys said, we're gonna have to wait to see 9th edition. But I don't think this will stick.
Yeah. The new rules, or the rules from the cane, for me seems that are overpowering the magic, but at the end when you look at the rules, it's so random that I don't see that the magic is becoming very unreliable, so you don't know if you're going to cast the spell that you need. Because if you try to cast a key spell and then you only have 1 or 2 dice, 1 to 4 dice, most likely you will fail.
Yeah.
True. It's not about the big bomb spell anymore. It's about how many fireballs can I get off per turn. I think that's what the big issue is. And it's not strategic, it's just How lucky can I roll dice?
Yeah, how many times can I buff myself with wisdoms? How many times can I hex you and whatnot, since they're cumulative?
How many dispel dice have the opponent?
Dispel the highest 2, and you get all 4.
Well, an easy fix, in my opinion, is just allow your opponent to pick how many dispel dice that they're going to use. But still keep the randomization of how many dice you get to throw at a spell for the caster. Seems like a simple fix.
Wait, is the randomized how many dice you can use to dispel as well?
Correct.
Yes, so
I'm just saying that if you want to fix decay magic, just do it that way.
Oh, yeah.
It's like have the caster be random still, but if you're trying to dispel it, you choose how many you pull. Like today, it's like a mix. I think that'll be an easy fix.
Oh, I didn't know that the dispel dice was randomized as well.
It is,
Yeah.
which basically means
That sucks.
yeah, that's part that I don't like. It's like, oh, they got purple sun off. Roll my d6 to see how many I can dispel with. A 1.
Yeah.
My scroll's gone. What am I gonna do?
Oh, that just made my heart sink.
I'm sorry. It's the truth, and it's ugly.
No, I wasn't probably gonna use it, but I was thinking about it, seeing the positive sides, and that was just, yeah, a deal
Honestly,
breaker.
watch the Sustainable Center. He done like 3 battle reports. He explains it really well. Like he breaks down it into each phase and show you how many dice per player used.
Oh,
And
I
the
haven't seen his videos in like a half a year.
he does a really good job in my opinion. But he played against a Hangout player with one lore master with Book of Hoeth.
Yeah.
That thing knew like 56 spells.
Yeah, since all the spells you get is you become low master. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How did he solve? I saw his question on the YouTuber's page about high magic. How do they work it out when you can switch out spells and such?
I think basically it just knew like 56 spells.
Yeah, just flat out you know the spells, basically.
Yeah, I think that's how that they're using the wording. Like, he's been trying both ways, and both ways people are getting off like 8 spells, 10 spells per turn.
Ouch.
And they're basically curses and hexes, and I debuff you, I buff my squad.
Hmm.
I don't know though. I think MSU is going to start becoming popular if Kane does become the new 9th edition Magic rules.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just one person. What do you guys think?
No, well, I'm wondering, why do you think MSU will become popular?
Because if you bring your big Death Star, that thing's going to get hit with so many debuffs, it's going to become useless.
Yeah, I see
On
your
the flip
point,
side to that,
Can you repeat?
on the flip side to that, if you're MSU and you've got lots of different magic missiles, if you're very small units, those magic missiles are going to drop you by half, drop you by at least 25%, and make causing break tests all over the place.
Exactly.
True. But then again, are you really going to be using magic missiles on... Oh yeah, you would actually. That's an interesting idea though. But then again, with most people being within the BSB bubble, I don't see much as a problem, or you can just have stubborn.
Depends on the army you're playing, but I mean, if it does become 9th, then as when 8 came around, people will adjust. Before 8, there wasn't so many big deep blocks of anything because there was no steadfast, so there was no point. MSU was prominent because there was no bonus to it. If the new magic comes out in 9th and it's different, then people will adjust. People will move on.
Hopefully.
That's not. Yeah, let's not say the sky's falling until we get there and see what it's like.
Which I agree completely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and if you, let's say you have your giant block of, I don't know, 56 Warriors of Chaos just to make it outrageous, and go for some magic resistance if you're deeply terrified. Well, of course, there's some bomb spells that lets no save, but yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it plays out. That's all. That's all we can do. Just wait and see.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Magic,
yeah,
I don't know why Magic is changing that in every edition they do. I think they never find the right balance between the power of the Magic and to make it balance with the strategic part. Something similar to the psychic powers in 40k. They were almost out of the game for 2 editions, and now they put a lot of effort to bring them back into the game.
Mm.
I think it's because since Warhammer is and always will be an unbalanced game, and Magic is the most unbalanced part of the game, it's always gonna change in every edition. Since people will, yeah, fluster about anything.
It's also the most important phases. I mean, it's also the most important phase of the game too.
Yeah, if you're not a dwarf.
I disagree. I think Magic is, even in current 8th, is too fickle to be something to base your game around. I mean, as Marcus says, unless you're a dwarf, movement is key in my opinion. Getting the jump on your opponent, outmaneuvering your opponent, forcing your opponent to play your game rather than playing theirs. I think it dictates the battle a lot more. Magic is not something to rely on.
True, but it might be so unreliable, but it's extremely powerful. Movement is important. It is really important, but if you get that bomb spell off and it wipes out the opposite opponent's army like Purple Sun, that's a game changer right there.
Oh yeah, it's a very powerful tool, but it's something you can't rely on. You need, I feel, a combination of all 4 phases to really, take the field from your foes. If you just rely on the one, then you're going to get outmaneuvered, outshot, outcombated. You need
And
to be
that's
playing in all phases to be making a real big splash.
And that's why SKU lists don't work, people. I will agree, though. Then again, I like my SKU list.
What's your SKU list?
Well, with these new rules, 300 zombies, as many necromancers as I can fit, and as many as many ethereal units I can list, and 2,400 points.
With
And just
50% lords, or
Well,
so
like
using the 50% heroes, or using the 25%?
50%.
yeah, since 50% is the new standard, so
It's in the big red book.
but your SKU list doesn't really work against demons, right?
I'm still playtesting it. Sadly speaking, getting 300 plus zombies is a pain.
Mantic.
Well, I have 300 of them, so I'm working on it. I just got to paint them all up.
Is that what you're doing now?
Nah, first thing first. I'm gonna get the ogres done.
Okay.
I'm having too much fun with them.
Speaking of ogres, I'm planning to getting one Mournfang cavalry, just one model to use as a demonic mount for some Nurgle guy. Just some conversion going on, but I'm worried about that. The Mournfang won't fit on the 50mm base since it will be too big, unless I get it to rear or something.
Let me go check real quick. I have one.
Oh, thank you.
Could always put it on a nice big hero rock that juts over the front of the base.
Yeah.
So if the Mornfame's too large, you can always just overhang it that little bit off your hero rock.
Could work. Probably gonna have to ship off the tusks to make it too big. Yeah.
Well, if you put on a giant rock, I think you might be okay.
How you say that?
Because the body itself, without the head,
Yeah.
is bigger than the base.
So rearing or a big rock it is then. Damn it.
Well, people are gonna be shooting your chimeras or your demon princes before they shoot at your lord. So go ahead and make them big and menacing.
Well, truth be told, I don't have a chimera or a demon prince in my Warriors of Chaos list. I'm a casual player, so I go in for the fluff wise.
Oh, that goes against my name.
Yeah. I heard ya with that skew list.
I just like zombies. That's my fun list.
Yeah, I hear ya. I just messing with it. But thanks for checking for me.
Yep. Even though
yeah.
I don't use the model, so my Mornfang rides Connorsauruses.
Huh. Isn't that a tad expensive?
Oh, they're like $60 on eBay for the old metal ones if I can find them.
Oh, you're using those. Oh, yeah, I hear ya.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the big new one.
I'm not a fan of that one. I really ain't.
I pretty much like it, but I thought like, nah, the price tag was a bit steep for me at the moment when they released it.
eBay's your friend.
Yeah, but shipping to Sweden, since mostly go out in UK, that's fine. But when you go from the States to Sweden, the shipping cost usually goes for more than the model itself. So.
No. I don't know. I'm just happy with it. I got 2 ogre battalions for $100.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah. And it actually included some extra bulls, so I have like 30 bulls now. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So, Victor, you are painting fire angels for your Space Marines, right?
Sorry?
You're painting fire angels for your Space Marines, right?
I'm painting bikes.
Yeah, what chapter are they?
I invented chapters.
Oh.
Yeah, I invented chapter that is following the Dark Angels, but I didn't. I wanted to paint. You know, I wanted to look for a different color scheme, and I started first painting them in this cream color and combined with red.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I started painting them, I was thinking a little bit of background on what is the main chapter I will follow. At the beginning, I was using the Space Marines basic rule book, and then I like a lot the schools for the Dark Angels, all the Hood Marines and all the robes. So I decided to move to the Dark Angels.
Well, they look really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I
I call them Vigilant Angels.
Okay. I just couldn't figure out the chapters. I was wondering if it was custom made.
Yeah, I like to make. Some of my armies are completely custom made. I like to do it. So I don't want the chapter I will never do, and this for sure is the Ultramarines. So I cannot withstand them. There's also my Grey Knights. I don't know if you have seen any of my Grey Knights. They don't follow the standard color. I can show you one.
We fight for Macragge, and we shall know no fear.
The Ultramarines.
So this is
Hey, it's the baby. Oh no, that's not the baby care. That's just a
no. This is the one just one Terminator.
That looks really good.
So I like to do my own schemes in most of the armies. In Chaos, I start doing Alpha Legion. When I start in Chaos, and then I almost paint all the colors of Chaos. So I have all the main. I have Thousand Sons. I have Slaanesh and Plague Marines. I think I touch all the gods, and I have more than 10,000 points in Space Marines.
Yeah, I just wish that they had a better book, but I still love them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you guys read the End Time Kane book fluff at all?
No, please don't spoil it.
Can I give one little tiny tidbit which I find funny?
Sort of in
What? Can you repeat that?
my friend's already spoiled it for me, so you just go ahead and tell me whatever.
All right, so I'm okay to say one thing.
Yeah, just the tip.
Okay. Guess who guest stars in there?
Oh, it's is this in the demon realm?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, I forget his name, but go ahead, tell the story.
Oxalot.
I'm just going to type it in the chat.
It's a chameleon lizard guy? No.
No, he's from the 40K universe. They did a crossover basically.
Uh-huh. Well, that wasn't funny at all.
Funny for me.
What? No.
This guy?
Yeah, he's in that book.
Nah.
Cannot be this.
Yep, that's him.
So
Aw.
have you seen some of the old miniatures from Fantasy that some of the Chaos guys have a plasma weapon or something like that?
Yeah, they used to be connected from what I heard.
Yeah. This is one of the very old Fantasy.
Okay, so they
I don't
weren't
know if you
joking
can
about
see
that.
that one. Have like a
Oh.
plasma weapon on front.
That's funny.
That looks absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, but
Well, it's also one of my first paint jobs, eh? So
no, not about the paint, just the model itself. Since well, I wasn't even born when that was made. Oh God.
I think I agree with you. I think they improved the scopes over time. But if you
You gotta
see
start somewhere.
if you see some miniatures of other companies from the 80s and 90s, yeah, they didn't have the resources and the ability
of
and the
course.
techniques that they have today to make the miniatures they do.
Yeah, of course.
Today, for me, what is amazing is what Games Workshop is doing with the plastic kits.
Oh, lovely. The multi-part interlocking, they're beautifully made, beautifully designed.
In the past, plastic miniatures have to have very bad reputation. They completely turn over this concept.
That's one positive of the end time. We're getting awesome plastic miniatures. Like, has there been one bad end time model yet?
Well, at first I didn't like the Maggot Lords.
All right, that's debatable.
But they grew on me actually.
What, like a parasite or a fungus or something? Yeah, something a bit pestilent.
Yeah, since well, I work at a hospital as an infectious cleaner, so I maybe catch something and something's growing inside. So that's why I transferred to Nurgle.
Curious rot.
Yeah, I got it at a hospital. Damn it. That's why the models and Blight Kings.
I just like how much it looks like a lamprey. Like there's some really big, like aquatic sea creature vibe from the Nurgle stuff.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Well, I like that approach.
I'm just surprised that the elves didn't get anything, but they're pretty good model wise.
Yeah.
It's a bit gutting, really, isn't it, for the old elves? Especially like the main character, Malekith or Kith, whatever his name is. He's the main character in their book, and he's that old dragon sculpt. It's just like, couldn't you have redone that?
Yeah, it's like all their budget went to make Smaug.
God, yeah, that is one huge miniature.
Yeah.
Wait, are the pictures out?
Yeah.
A couple.
And it's bloody expensive.
It's like $400, but I didn't think the pictures were out yet.
There's if you look on Bowls, Bell of Lost Souls, there's a couple of pictures on there.
Well, on YouTube, the Games Workshop's page, they posted even a video with a spinning model.
Oh yeah, seen that one as well. Yeah.
Let's see, where are you?
It's a really good model. I would have loved to have it, but I would have never paid for it since I would never use it since I don't play The Hobbit.
Does anyone?
Fair enough.
Let's see. Oh, there it is. There be a dragon.
No kidding.
It does look good. I will give him that.
Has anyone heard about Forge World or Warhammer Forge, about it going down the pipe?
Yeah, I have listened about that. That they're reducing the stock and reducing the options in Warhammer Forge and Forge World. Seems that they want to focus on 40k and 30k.
Yeah, since I'm thinking about buying, I posted it in the chat about the Kashyyyk the Befouled on a Rot Beast as the monstrous mount, and it could work very well. But I'm thinking if I should wait until after Christmas, or how panic-stricken I should be to buy it, or wait and see.
Yeah, the comments I receive is that they are not, so they're some of the references are not anymore in Warhammer Forge. It seems that when they mold or they don't have more stock, they don't recast again.
Great. I need to buy that big dinosaur now.
Yeah, the giant toad dragon.
I hate to say it, but when they do that, the recasters are just going to get a monopoly then. Like, if you don't sell it, and someone else is going to sell it, they're going to get all the money.
No, back to painting.
Yeah.
Pretty much halfway done on this fight. Maybe 60% done.
I've finished putting together the Jezels for tonight, and I'm just looking at the new commission I've got in, and it's just like, oh god, more high elves, more retro spear elves, yay!
High elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, High Elf, I think, is the army that I like less in fantasy.
High elves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluff-wise, I completely agree with you. They always just come across as petulant teenagers who are just too up themselves. They could be done really well, but they're not. They're a bit too cartoony, arrogant.
They're basically America.
I didn't want to say it. You are his.
And I'm from America, and I will admit that's America.
We are strong, we're proud, and we're never wrong. Oh shit, somebody fucked up.
Well, next edition, high elves are gonna get shotguns.
Yeah.
And more eagles. Yippee-doo. I'm sorry. That stupid banner.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that banner, the army would probably be down at like number 6.
What, power rating wise?
Oh yeah. It's my opinion as well, so.
Yeah, that banner, it's stupidly good.
Just one big block of you're not gonna get these points. And I have like 5 characters in there.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll see how the meta changes. Apparently 9th is supposed to hit during May or March.
Hopefully March.
Yeah.
I can't wait until all the end times are done and they make a super fantastic exclusive collector's edition of all the end times.
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just...
Alright. For all the griping that the end times has caused, there has been some good changes. Like, we got Nagash, we got a bunch of new plastic kits. The Lore of Undeath I enjoy. Just not on Nagash. And it's not bad, it's just, for our supplement, it got people talking, it got people back into fantasy. So, win-win.
Yeah, especially since you doesn't have to play with the supplements and it still brought back people to the hobby because of the hype.
I just want to see what the Skaven book does to the meta. If Kane did this, what will the Skaven do?
Probably backstab someone.
I don't know. If you look at the lore concerning the gas, they've been very friendly. Sure, we'll give you this foul blade to go kill this person. Sure, we'll help you out. Sure, you're probably gonna die, but at least you're saving the world.
Yeah.
I don't like rats.
Yeah.
I like the rats.
No kidding.
That's
I've
why
got 120 the rats. I have to love them to paint that many.
Yeah, you have to.
So I'm looking forward to them.
I limit myself to one horror army, and that's my VC.
Yeah, but 300 zombies? God. I thought 120 Skaven slaves was bad.
I have like 80 painted, so maybe 1/6 of the way there. Yeah. Base coat, highlight, wash, another highlight, done.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're trying to punch out that many, you've got to find a nice, quick, easy rhythm. There's when you've got that many troops, there's no point in going into great detail on all of them. You just need to churn them out, find a quick way that works for you, and get it done.
I could never do that.
I should have done a snow theme. I could just have them all buried.
Up to the necks.
I think what I'm just going to do is just buy a bunch of, just buy another 200 tombstones and just say, here's my zombies. Leave me alone.
Dry brush. Go.
Yeah, I need more tombstones. I don't know. I feel like no matter what I do with zombies, everyone's going to see that stupid zombie turkey.
Zombie turkey?
Yeah, that's the one model that Edwin talks about, is a zombie turkey.
You lost me.
And it's on the PMP. I paint up a zombie for the PMP, and everyone loves the turkey.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
Oh, right, that one. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant as an expression.
The question to ask you, Kaz, when you're doing your zombies, are you doing them in multiple bases, or they're all on 20 by 20s?
20 by 20. There are some unit fillers, though, so. I have a zombie ogre, I got a few grave sites, I have some zombies mobbing people, I have some that are just tombstones. And the fun part is just taking random models. I took some night golems, I just made them into zomgins.
Yeah, that would work.
Might as well add some variety. Zombies are equal opportunity employers.
I've done the same with my slaves. There's a couple of humans in there, a couple of goblins, a couple of skinks, just to change it up. Otherwise, looking at 120 rats is just dull.
And it also helps that I mix GW and Mantic, because I don't like the Mantic zombies. I prefer the GW zombies. They have just so much characters.
Yeah, but Mantic's cheaper.
eBay, the great equalizer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Just as an artistic standpoint, I can't stand the Games Workshop zombies. I think they are horrendous.
I think they look comedic. It's like watching a bad 80s horror film. So much fun.
I hate bad 80s horror films.
Yeah,
Maybe
to each
that's
their
why.
own. I just feel bad because there's a lack of female zombies. It's like zombieism isn't gender based.
Whoa.
I've got a friend. She's a great sculptor, and her partner has a VC army. And because she was so upset that there weren't no female zombies, she started green stuffing female zombies for his army.
Really?
Yes, I'll have to get a picture of some of her work. She's really good, really talented when it comes to sculpting.
I don't know what it is about GW, but they can't do female models to save their lives half the time.
Well, yeah, they only put female models in the elves or elder armies.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, if you look in Empire, there is not a single woman there, except the Kislev Queen some time ago. And in the rats, I don't know if you can distinguish a male from a female.
Yeah, you can. Basically, a female Skaven is just a giant blob of flesh. Orcs
No,
are asexual.
Now, aren't we? Just because they're females doesn't mean they have to be breeders. Surely, yeah, there could be some female Skaven warriors. They're just all in the same armor. How would you tell the difference unless you're having a look underneath the skirt?
I am going by the fluff here. I'm sorry.
I know, but as we've already discussed, Games Workshop is sexist, so...
True. And then also, we don't see female dwarves. That would be a good thing.
We see plenty of female dwarfs. The beards are just brush better. I'm sorry, I'm just taking the piss.
I know. Like, they do make good female vampires, but that's about it. How did we get on this topic? I feel bad.
More about the GW lack of female models and the few they have.
Pretty much.
Yeah, even in the 40K, if you look Imperial Guard, they should yeah, I suppose that in the Imperial Guard you have almost 50-50 between women and men, and there is only one Katachan woman scope in the full lineup.
There was actually someone on Kickstarter that actually made female Katachan sprues, and those things sold like hotcakes. It was like $60 for like 5 miniatures, but those things sold out within a day. If I remember correctly, that was like a few years ago. It was like on Daka, I think.
Daka.
Yeah, if you look for alternative scopes, Victoria Miniatures is doing Camel Imperial Guard, and the good thing is they don't look exaggerated. They look like they have armor adapted, but it's not like super sexy like other models.
Oh. How?
Yeah, just female warrior doesn't mean you have to be wearing a low cut top.
How could we forget about Sisters of Battle? Like that's an all female faction, but no one plays them because they're all metal.
Well, I have one about 1,500 points on Sisters. I was my try to convince my wife to go into the hobby. It was a complete fail. I ended up with new army, but it was a complete fail.
So you ended up keeping the army, did you?
Yeah. and it still plays quite good, although they don't have any support or very little support.
I remember going back 10 years, I painted up a unit of 10 for a friend who loved them, but hated painting himself. And they were wonderful models to paint. They were so dynamic, and again, I mean, they was in that female armor again. So you've got the chest enhancements for the power armor. Again, sexist GW. But that said, the models were fantastic, and I really enjoyed painting them.
Well, we could have more female models if GW just didn't say in the fluff, no female Space Marines, no female this, no female that. I just think that they just restrict themselves way too much.
Well, isn't all the males anyway eunuchs?
I'm sorry. Who's going? Whose testicles off?
Yeah, isn't all the male Space Marines castrated anyway, so what's the point?
Well, they're technically genetically made without them, so...
Yeah, it's just a nicer way of saying, no, we forgot them. We cut them off before you got them, basically.
Well, when you take a 6-year-old boy and then pump them full of chemicals to make them into genetically engineered super soldiers, stuff's gonna go wrong. Or you could just play something else.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, in the other side, the Sisters of Battle can only be women by the fluff. They cannot. They suppose that the Ecclesiarch cannot have men. Cannot have an army division. So composed by men, and this is why they have women.
True. It's just, I don't know. The good news is, hopefully when they get to it, Ford should be making Sisters of Silence for Horus Heresy, so those will be good alternative models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, Horus Heresy is expensive as ugh, so expensive.
Are you doing pre-heresy army?
I have about 30 Marines and five Terminators, a few Pocket Carriers, and some Contemptors and a Predator. I have a few. It's just my showcase army that I'm working on. It's just when 5 Marines cost like $80, you don't want to play with them. You want to keep them safe.
What legion you want to paint?
I think I'm gonna go with pre-Heresy Death Guard.
Because I think for a while to start a 30,000 army. But
Can you repeat that?
yeah, for a while I have in my mind to start a 30,000 of the heresy legion, but I never know. I never decide which legion I will do. I was thinking that I will wait until they have some support on Alpha Legion.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. My opinion is just go with what you like. It's extremely balanced. But it's expensive, so make sure you know what you're doing.
Did you have any of the Primarchs or?
Can you say that one more time?
Sorry?
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, do you have any of the Primarchs?
No, not yet. And when I do get one, that's getting commission painted.
How much you paying?
It won't be BTP. It will not be BTP. It will not.
Good choice.
I think we all agree. This is my opinion. They're basically the McDonald's of painting service. They're well known, but it's all crap.
Yeah.
But it's fast. It is fast.
I have seen both from them. So I have seen some things that are not bad and things that are very bad.
Well, it depends on who they're doing it for. Because they do play favorites.
Yeah. If you're gonna bum out like a few Ks. What'd you say, Kai?
You've got to respect your repeat customers, and that's why some companies get special treatment from them. If they're coming back with an army every month or so, then you give special treatment to your special customers, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
And that's why it's good prep for them. But if you're a one-time sale to them, they're not going to worry about your repeat custom keeping you happy.
Of course.
Which is seems like what's happened with the whole movie Mayhem debacle that went on a few months ago.
And still going on.
Is it still going on? I haven't kept abreast of the situation.
At least he's getting his army repainted, which is a good thing. And the people that are doing it are doing an excellent job.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, basically another painting company say, hey, we will repaint your whole army for free. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
It's also good publicity. It's good press. It's good PR.
Yeah, really good. Well, what I've seen from Sean and the BTP, it was a gateway in for me in the hobby a few years back. And what I saw, if they would scale down the price like 50%, it would be fair for me to justify their painting scale for like the tabletop levels, but as a company they wouldn't like be able to pay for the yeah, I lost the words. Pay for
Make
the, Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I understand why their prices are so high. I mean, I've looked into doing a bit of commission painting here and there, and to pay for the time it takes, I'd have to charge extortionate rates. So I kind of put that idea on the back burner, and I just do it relatively cheaply for friends as and when they want it.
Yeah.
To do it full time, I'd have to charge extortionate rates, and I'm not that good a painter.
Yeah, same here. I did 20 state troopers for the Empire for a friend, and when it came down calculating the price, I was like almost sad to tell him that the time it took that we agreed on, and I almost I felt bad saying how much it would cost him, but he wanted it anyway.
To do the last 10 L's I did, it took about 15 to 20 hours. If I was to charge that at an hourly rate, it'd be extortionate.
Yeah.
Even at a minimum living wage, it'd just be ridiculous.
True.
So I can understand why BTP's prices are so high and their quality is so low, but
Well, I think the problem with the Chaos Course was he paid for almost max quality, and there was no difference really. And then his army got stolen, and a bunch of other stuff happened.
stolen?
Yeah, if you had to watch his whole video, they said it would take about 10 weeks. It took them like 18 weeks because one of the painters got fired and took the army with him.
Oh, right, I see.
Wow.
And then they couldn't get back for like 3 weeks.
What a douche.
But the bad part is that he was the one who did the really nice looking slave girls and did the best quality work.
Huh.
And also another issue with it was they don't value customer opinion.
How so?
Corporate America.
Well, basically speaking, they have this little box checklist, and they basically ignored what he wanted. He never asked for the lava bases. He asked for a lot of blood. They didn't give him any blood, and they painted his what's the one monster that's like a dragon, but it has like a human head.
Oh yeah, the
It starts with L, like lamb something.
Lamasu or something.
Yeah, that thing. He basically showed them how he wanted them to paint it, and they completely ignored him and painted it in a completely different color. Blue does not equal red.
Well, if it goes fast enough, the red shirt will be blue. That's
It
physics. For you.
Okay, you got
Yeah,
me there.
Yeah, but I see what you. Yeah, that's
has to be very fast.
yeah, a lot. But yeah, no, that's not service. That's not good service.
No, and when I was watching the video, I was not able to distinguish between the different levels in the army. So you have seen level 6 that was less than level 4 in paint quality.
I couldn't tell a difference either. I think those slave girls looked the best, and they were only level 4.
But I have to say, commission painting is difficult because if you have to charge really the hours, it's what you explained we explained before. You cannot do it. Or nobody will commission paint because it's. I did some for friends and I burn out, so I cannot do big batch or cannot do a lot of things because you realize that you put a lot of hours there and then it's the reward you receive is pretty low compared to the effort you put there. And I don't have levels, so I just try to paint to do a good job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, commission painting can ruin friendships.
I agree. Don't mix pleasure and hobby. I mean, work and hobby. My bad.
Well,
Eh.
that's a depressing subject.
Well, it's the truth.
Yeah.
We could all lie to ourselves and say, "Oh, nothing happened."
Yep.
Thing is that people still go to BTP because if they want a tabletop standard army, they do a half decent tabletop standard army. So, and if you haven't got the time to paint yourself, then you'll pay for the nose for someone else to do it.
True. They are very fast. I will give them that. And Sean could sell ice to an Eskimo. Like, he is that convincing.
To be fair, I still watch some of the videos from Blue Table Painting because it's how I started in almost in YouTube, and it was one of the first channels I was following in YouTube. And you see some of the work, and it's really good. They have some painters that they do a really good job there.
Yeah.
Then you see this. I don't know why you see other armies and they only do layers of dry brush and they don't care about the detail and picking up the detail. So I don't know. Maybe it depends if you're lucky on the painter that is doing your army or your miniatures.
Well, it
But I
depends.
will say if I buy something paint, I will look I will look first army that is already painted. Although I think I will never buy any commission painting.
Nah, I want to paint my own stuff.
I enjoy painting. Why would I pay someone else to do it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
True.
PMP.
Yeah.
And also, it adds a level of customizability to everything. It's like, I did this. I get to choose how I want it done. It's like, it's truly is freedom. And also your level, but I don't know. It does take time, though, and time is valuable.
Yeah. These bloody models.
Do you always paint new models, or you also sometimes do models by secondhand in eBay or another channel?
I've done a bit of both, to be honest. But even when I do buy stuff off eBay, I'm looking for stuff that's undercoated. Yeah, at most. I don't. If someone's pre-painted it to a piss poor standard, I haven't got the enthusiasm to clean up their piss poor paint job, if you know what I mean.
Same here.
I buy everything used, and I just try to get the best deal. Stimple green is wonderful, but it can only do so much on plastic.
No, because now the bikes I'm doing I bought them at secondhand, so I bought them to another person. And for me, the big pain is they are assembled, and I don't find any good way to disassemble because I like to go to some details, especially on the bikes. It's like you cannot pick them easily. And then for me, I was lucky that the layer was very thin, and I can paint directly on top of this layer, so I didn't have to do a new prime. I didn't need to prime again. But for me, the big pain is if it's a complex model. When it's assembled, it's difficult to paint sometimes.
Yeah. I hear.
Yeah, I like to do a lot of sub-assembly painting with bigger models. So if I was picking up one of the bigger ones, I would. There's no way you'd pick it up assembled. It would just be too much of a pain in the behind to do.
It just depends on what state you buy it in.
Yep.
Because, look at it like this. You either pay full price or you pay half price for something that is assembled.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm realizing is when you look in eBay, there are much more second-hand market and more opportunities in US than in UK or even in Europe. And yeah, and you see very nice opportunity from US, and then you look the shipping cost, and it's I don't know $20 or $14. Say,
Yeah,
okay, this is what is going to cost me all what I save.
Yeah.
yeah, the shipping
Well,
cost is really breaking the deals most of the times.
true.
Yeah, but yeah, I can get 20 warriors for like $10, and the shipping cost $35. No, thank you.
Well, coming from someone from the United States, I can't order Forge World. It's like $30 to ship here from the UK. It's expensive.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you have free shipping if if you're buying hours minimum or not?
Yeah, but I think you had to spend like $300.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's like I could do one big order, or oh my, there's a limited edition book coming out from Forge World with rules. Ugh. Take the hit from shipping.
Because what I used to do when I was in Spain is we were buying between different people. So one person was ordering, I don't know, for 2 or 3 or 4 people, and then we share the cost of shipping, or if we were over this minimum, we get without shipping cost.
True. But the sad thing is, I think most people are going to the Chinese recast market, sadly. It's just so much more cheaper. So
Yeah.
those big Forge World orders aren't really occurring anymore.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the last PMP about the moralic standard of going through for recasting from another company. And,
Like that model that you won for your mount is like $15 on the recast market.
yeah, and I would pay full price instead of going for the recast market since I don't like the standards of doing stuff like that.
And that's perfectly fine. It's based off of the buyer. It's the customer decision.
Yeah, and the sculptor has done the work, so he should get to pay. That,
Which I agree with.
yeah,
That's why I don't buy recast.
but I totally see why people are going for the recast since this is a really expensive hobby. If I didn't have my work, I wouldn't be able to play basically.
No.
Quick question. Are you an actor on Scrubs?
Yeah, I'm the janitor.
I'm sorry, I had to. Every time I see that picture, it's like, yep, Scrubs.
Yeah, as I said, I'm an infectious cleaner at hospital, and this was right before going into a surgical room where a person had a vomited during a surgery, and yeah, I had to take a picture.
Okay. Understandable. 2 years in med school, you learn a lot.
Yeah, and it was Khaleesi, if you know about it.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, and in Sweden it has a really silly name. It's like winter vomiting disease. Sounds really fun, right?
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be Skaven.
Yeah, or just Nurgle.
I don't know. I also think that the Horn Rat just the Nurgle just playing dress up.
Yeah,
What also goes nice with my theory that Sotek is just Zinch in disguise. Because Zinch likes to dress up as a snake sometimes. He's usually been described as that.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So, Lizmen are basically disciples of Zinch.
Yeah, isn't the old ones older than the Chaos Gods?
Yes and no.
That's a sufficient answer for my needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, we can stop here, or because it's quite late now. It's almost 1 a.m.
I feel bad for you guys.
Yeah, no problem for me. I got some shows going on.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did I get invited to a European podcast and I'm an American? Is this like Save the American Foundation or something?
Well, it's because I mess up with the podcast today.
Okay, you're an honest man. I can
I
appreciate
think I sent the invitation to everybody at the end because I was not able to connect the event with the YouTube
Really?
cast. Yeah, it was, and then I had to stop and relaunch again, and I don't know. I had issues to do today the broadcast, so I hope next time I do it better. But I don't have any problem that America is joining us. It's just I wanted to make one in Europe because the time sometimes is a challenge. So especially if you have kids, you are not going to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock to join the North America.
I understand. It just I don't like being a high elf. Ugh.
You don't like the helmets?
I don't know what they were thinking when they were designing that.
Because for me, the thing that I dislike more from the high elf are the helmets. Yeah, this is the one of the
Pointy helmet.
yeah.
What is this? Cone
Heads
head?
on things.
Is this one of the all miniatures?
Yeah, it's one of the old spearmen that I'm been working on for a friend.
I have so many jokes and so little time. Also, I think this is PG-13, so yeah, that doesn't help.
Well, I ruined that at the beginning.
Only just the tip, eh?
Yeah, just a tip.
I don't know.
Right.
The elves are weird.
Shall we call it a night for the night?
Yeah, and let's get it more structuralized next time, maybe.
Yeah, I will. Let's do it. I would like to do 1 in 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, every
They
4
always
2
do
weeks,
that.
yeah.
Okay. So thanks a lot for joining.
No problems. Thanks for having us.
Thanks
See you
for
later.
Have a
Bye.
good one.
Bye.